think what I'm going to try and start with is this mono blue tempo in Modern. This deck is like super cheap. I think Stream Deckers says it's a $30 deck to play. I played a couple of test matches in 2-mans and I just totally crushed them. Also, you may notice new camera angle. This is a brand new camera. I don't know if you can tell, but there's so many more pixels. It's so many more pixels. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. All right. So basically, I can't remember where I saw this list. I heard that this was a list that somebody did very well with. Oh, I think I saw a Mining Modern video, and that's where this list came from. If this goes up in a VOD, I will post. I will do my best to find the link to where this came from, and at least post it so you guys know. But for right now, we're gonna go ahead and try to take this into some 2-mans. The games should go relatively quick, and I'll probably switch to something a little jankier in a bit. But I want to try out this list. And basically, this list is a port of the standard deck into Modern. So, well, we have interaction, and we're starting on the play. I guess I'll keep this. What's the worst thing that can happen, right? Oh, the one difference from the list from what was posted is I dropped the Smuggler's Copter in favor of a Curiosity. Hey, thanks, Cookie Monster. I greatly appreciate that. Trying to make it to monetization on YouTube so I can at least get some non-invasive ad revenue to help subsidize this hobby of mine. I appreciate it. Can you tell there's a new camera? I feel like there's a lot higher stream quality. Or I mean, like, I feel like there's more pixels and the latency in the video is not quite as bad. I'll have to post the picture of the setup that I'm running right now because it's literally on a 2x4. Opponent starts Flooded Strand. Alright. We draw Terramander. Play Terramander. Pass the turn. Gonna hold up Spell Pierce. Opponent cracks Flooded Strand. Goes for Steam Vents tapped. Passes. Opponent Burst Lightning Terramander. Will Spell Pierce. Shock Steam Vents. Bolts Terramander. Alright. Pass the turn. We draw Curiosity, which is pretty good. I replaced in the initial... Oh, man. Okay. Alright, cool. Oh, I think my eyes are getting green screened right now. It's kind of a cool effect, I think. But this is not my intent. I think it's just reflection. We'll wait. No reason to just run this Trickster out into infinite burn spells. Nice! I'm glad to hear it. I upgraded from a like $2 web, or like it was like a $15 webcam. I upgraded to the Brio, so I could actually put myself in 4K at 30 FPS if I wanted to. Though I don't think most people can actually receive that down. It would probably downscale for them. Opponent's gonna opt. We're gonna land a Maelstrom Wanderer. Opponent gonna play another Mutavault. Animates a Mutavault. Wonder what they do here. We do have a Force Spike, but they're kind of to the point in mana where that's not going to matter too much, I don't think. Opponent's thinking. I replaced a smuggler's copter because I didn't have it. Stream latency is huge right now. My speed is good. I'm not dropping any frames on my end. Let me check real fast. Oh yeah, wow. I am pretty far behind. No idea. No idea what's up with that. Huh. Well, I don't have any delay set, so whatever we're seeing is just whatever's getting pumped out. I might have to downscale my resolution. Just a little bit. But welcome to the stream, Great Bone Natty. How's it going? I'm testing out the new webcam, the new settings for it anyway. Why are there no Delvers in here? Because this is a list that won some tournament, I think. I look clear. Well, this is like $100 and some upgrade in stream technology. We won't pay for Mana Leak. Opponent gets in for 2. We'll take it. We untap and draw Spell Pierce, which is exactly what we want to see. We Curiosity up Mausoleum Wanderer. We draw an island. Pass the turn. I don't know that Spell Pierce is actually going to do anything here. Opponent plays a mountain. Spell Pierce is definitely not doing anything here. Fires up a Mutavault. Fires up a Mutavault. Gonna go attacking. We take it. We go to 14. We untap and draw an Opt. Start Opt. Draw Storm Tamer. Play Storm Tamer. Get in for 1. And we draw Terramander. Play Terramander. Pass the turn. I'm really sorry about the stream latency. I'm wondering if it's because my webcam resolution is really high right now. It might be buffering on the side of Twitch, but I like client side. I'm not getting told anything. Yeah, that's 5 to activate. Opponent gonna get in. We're gonna take 4 here. We're not gonna block. It was like that last night also? Okay. Because last night I was streaming with the old setup. I wasn't streaming with the new setup. Oh, okay. I don't, as far as I know, I don't have any delay set anywhere. We're going to Trickster this Obstructionist down. Draw a card. Another Storm Tamer. Play Storm Tamer. Pass the turn. Yeah, I'm wondering if something is getting buffered somewhere that I actually need to handle. I haven't set up I haven't actually modified like my Twitch streaming settings since like I got into the whole thing, like, and that was a while back. So, opponent animates. Opponent animates. Getting in. We will block there and there. Opponent is going to Wizard's Lightning the Storm Tamer. We're going to counter it with our other Storm Tamer. Take two. Opponent is going to Snapcaster Mage. They are out of cards. Would you send it to me again? I know it's in the backlog, but I want to make sure I have the right copy. If that's okay. I hope that's not offensive. I know I have it and I can dig for it. So adapt Terramander. We're going to attack for 6. Alright, play another Mausoleum Wanderer. Pass the turn. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like, worst case scenario, I could just go back and review the footage. Hi, Phoenix. How's it going? Alright, so Wizards, huh? What do we do versus Wizards? I think more Spell Pierces are in order. We might want Deprive. I'm not sure. We're going to drop, I think, some Tempest Djinns. There's like no way. Well, it does survive Bolt, but not Burst Lightning, so actually maybe we don't do that. One sec. Let me think about this. Let's cut a peek and an opt. Do we want to run relics? They do have Snapcasters. I don't know if Blue-Red Wizards runs any other threshold mechanics to warrant relic here. All right, we're just gonna run it back. I might make some adjustments for game 3 here. I hope your night's going well, Phoenix. We're going to keep our opponent mulliganed, which is really, really good for us. Especially because we're on the draw. Like, our opponent starts off at extreme resource disadvantage. We're going to start Island and just pass it back. There's no reason to play out Storm Tamer into a removal spell here when we can protect it. Opponent plays a Thing in the Ice. Alright. We draw a Vapor Snag. That's good. Play Storm Tamer. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Mutavault. Passes. We draw an island. Play an island. Attack for 1. Opponent's going to Magma Spray. I'm actually going to dive down this. Our opponent is really low on resources here. Opponent plays a Steam Vents. Interesting limited deck you've constructed. I mean, it's been wrecking face. So, it's also not something I constructed. It is completely a deck that won some tournament, despite being 70% the standard deck. And then just some slight modern upgrades. The only card I changed is I dropped a Singleton Smuggler's Copter for a... Alright, opponent can have this Burst Lightning. I dropped a Smuggler's Copter and ran a Curiosity as the 5th Curious Obsession. And I want to go up to 6. It's just so important to have that effect. This deck completely 1000% folds to a Chalice of the Void. We're going to opt on our turn. Island to the bottom. We've got enough islands. We draw an island anyway. Alright, we'll pass. Opponent is going to risk factor. Well, we're going to take the damage. Opponent definitely needs some resources and doesn't have them. Opponent fires up Mutavault. Goes attacking. We're going to take 2. Okay. We're going to Vapor Snag. If opponent mana leaks, they have to flip now. And they're going to bounce Mutavault. Oh, no, because Mutavault's a horror. Never mind. Okay. Cool. We draw another Vapor Snag. Should test a copy or 2 of Military Intelligence. Ooh, that actually is probably worth a slot. Also, I don't think I welcomed you to the stream, Raylin. It's good to see you. Opponent gets in for 2. We're still going to wait. Second Curious Obsession. Alright, play an island. Pass the turn. If our opponent jumpstarts Risk Factor, we're still taking the damage. Opponent opts. Puts 1 card on top. They found something they like. Fires up Mutavault. Okay, now we Trickster. We can pay for a mana leak. We can Vapor Snag to save it from a removal spell. We would like some protection for it. That's protection, so let's Curious Obsession. Opponent's going to hardcast Wizard's Lightning, so we're going to dive down it. I think we're going all in on this now. Let's draw some cards, shall we? Ooh, good. Not quite so good. We'll pass the turn. Opponent is going to have to use at least 2 bolts to kill that. Opponent plays Thing. Alright, let's untap, see what we draw. It's a Mausoleum Wanderer. Play Mausoleum Wanderer. Just as an additional Force Spike. Attack for 4. Opponent is going to jumpstart Risk Factor. They discard Mana Leak to jumpstart Risk Factor. So we're going to Vapor Snag Thing in the Ice. We don't even want them to block now. And I'm actually okay sacking Mausoleum Wanderer here. I'd rather save the Mana Leak. Our opponent's going to have a real tough time coming back from this. They've mulliganed and we're going to draw like 5 extra cards across this game. Yeah, that's game over. And that's the match. That's the third 2-man I've won with this deck. 2 test 2-mans, and then this one. I am going to start copying and pasting that Cookie Monster, so 1 second while I open Notepad++. Oh, actually, I have it. If you're still typing it out, I have the list right here. I just found it. It was in a Notepad++ tab, and I copied it. That was why I was having trouble. All right. We're going to go one more, and then we're probably going to start playing with this list or play something else. I really want to put Disrupting Shoal in this deck, though it's almost certainly wrong. Kind of amusing the opponent didn't animate Mutavault and cast Wizard's Lightning, but maybe they didn't have any 1-drops. I don't know if I responded to that or not. Thank you for being willing to put in the effort. I greatly appreciate it. I think Commandeer is too resource intensive for this deck. I did consider that, though. That was one of the first cards I considered. We're going to keep this. We're going to try keeping a risky hand with this. Opponent starts Scalding Tarn. Cracks Scalding Tarn. Serum Visions. Alrighty then. Commandeer can still be used as a redirect, even if it doesn't gain control of the spell. You can use it like a misdirection, effectively, if that makes sense. They may have fixed it, because they did fix a few of the bugs and didn't mention them in patch notes. It might be worth testing. Alright. We're going to start with Mausoleum Wanderer. Pass the turn. Every time somebody says that about Cryptic, I'm reminded of the old Cryptic Doran list. There was a Cryptic Doran list? Oh my god. Like, Commandeer is like free wins against Tron specifically. It is, as long as it's not bugged. Opponent plays Thing in the Ice. Alright, if we draw a land, we're obsessioning, I think. Opponent has a Gut Shot. I guess we counter it. It's going to die anyway. We have no way to save it. There was a Broodmate Dragon Cruel Ultimatum list? Holy crap. I apparently know nothing about this format. There's another Maelstrom Wanderer. Well, we got to try and opt for a land here. Tempest Djinn to the bottom. Draw Terramander. And now we lose. Now, we haven't lost yet, anyway. But if our opponent goes like Manamorphose, looting, discard 4 Phoenixes, it's just gonna be game over. Jeez. That's crazy. I mean, hopefully Vapor Snag on this thing will slow our opponent down a bit. But like Bolt Swing for 7, take us to 10 is going to be really brutal. We really needed that land. Your list is still a work in progress. It's a homebrew to make it work in Modern. That's fair, and quite respectable. Oh my gosh. If this is double Phoenix, I'm just going to scoop, because that's ridiculous. Oh, no Phoenixes. Opponent gets in for 7. Well, we need to draw a land. Still not a land. Land. Okay. We're just not going to win that game. Okay, so versus the Phoenix deck, we want Relics, we want Spell Pierce, and I think we want Deprive. Okay, so peek, opt out. We're going to drop... Let's see. Probably Tempest Gens. They're a little slow. I kind of want to bring in Negates or another Dismember because we need to be able to kill Thing in the Ice. Like, kill it, not just Vapor Snag it. But I also don't want to cut all of our cantrips. Yeah, we don't... The Surgical's not in this list, unfortunately. I feel like it should be, but it's not. Like, we have a Painless Mana base. But this deck is like 30 tickets, and it's insane. Maybe we'll only do the one Spell Piercing. Try it like this. We would like to play first. Alright, we'll keep. Star Wanderer. Yeah, I can tell that it is too. But the interesting thing is, I think somebody took like a really good place in a tournament with this list. I don't remember where or what it was. I'd have to look it up. This was on some Mining Modern episode that was recent. Which is not a show that I normally watch, I will give you that. It's just I saw this and I was like, oh, somebody tried to make this work in Modern. And I was like, I have the tickets and I have the cards, so like, why not? It cost me like 4 tickets because I already had almost all of these cards. Despite the fact I've never played any style of deck like this. Alright, so we're going to hold up, Deprive, or Spell Pierce. I think you fell in love with Vintage Maximum Degeneracy. Okay, opponent plays Thing in the Ice. We're going to Deprive that. Because Deprive is basically just Counterspell in this deck with how landlight it is. We untap, we draw, Dismember. Cool. Play an island, get in for 1. Vintage is great. Best format. Okay. See what our opponent does. Rending Volley can't be countered. Yeah. Sure. That was kind of impressive. Opponent's going to Surgical Deprive? Sure. We only have 2. All cards except Anti and Shahrazad, and Conspiracies, and there's like one other subclass of cards I think that are banned in Vintage. Well, Silver Border is not Black Border by default, yes. Welcome to the stream, Georgia Monty. Good to have you back. I mean, we don't even run Snapcaster, so Surgical is just a way to turn on... I guess if they're thinking we're Threat Light. You also can't play Yu-Gi-Oh cards, that's true. This is going to get Spell Pierced. If they miss a land drop because of this, this is amazing. So let's take a peek at what our opponent actually has left. Phoenix, Looting, Bolt. Okay, we would like another counterspell, basically. I had a feeling that was going to be a Phoenix heavy hand. Also, welcome new viewers to the stream. Good to see you all. Oh gosh, really? Top deck Manamorphose. Manamorphose, Looting Bolt. Seems really good. Discarding 2 Phoenixes. Good lord. At least we can, like, slow them down by tapping a Phoenix here. Slow down the damage, I guess. Opponent bolts our face. Beginning of combat. Reanimates a couple Phoenixes. Yeah, we're going to Trickster one. Also realize that Grand Architect list should be playing Meddling Mages. Definitely in the side. Probably even in the main, let's be honest. It's kind of like Blue-White Hate Bears into Knowledge Pool Lock. Which, by the way, I really like. I was calculating and, like, the Nut Hand is pretty sweet in that deck. Alright, we need a Curious Obsession. Or Curiosity, even, at this point would be good. Terramander is neither of those things. Well, let's get in for 2, because we can't block. There's a version we could build with more 1-drops and Sky Hussar. I don't know. That might be worth it. That's probably got more game than my gut says it does right now. Also a version that's way out of our price range that involves Noble Hierarchs and Coco. Agreed. Trickster down a Phoenix. Opponent goes on the offensive. Takes us to 11. This Dismember is looking worse and worse. Okay, we untap. We draw an island. Play an island. And get in for 4. Take our opponent to 10. Play Terramander. Okay, Terramander resolves. Hopefully our opponent considers that a threat and bolts that over bolting our face. You'll notice some of the cards in the list like Arbor Elf or fill cards because I didn't have the cards to do a 4 of, like Fate Stitcher. Okay, if that's the case, a lot of cards are less expensive on Moto for that deck, and I know I can get Fate Stitchers and stuff. So we might have to make some edits to the list right before we play. Like if you yourself feel the list should change and I can make that happen, I think we should do that. Opponent goes to Lightning Bolt. Well, we'll dive down. This is perfect, honestly, because this is damage that isn't going to our face. Toxic Deluge. Oh, that card's awesome. I hope that card comes to Modern and Modern Horizons. Coco is Collected Company. Which, given the stream delay, Raylan's probably already answered. Opponent cantrip. Cantrip. Cocoa Puffs are a cereal. Also true. Cocoa Puffs sounds like a legacy deck. I feel like Cocoa Puffs is a deck. Somebody named a deck Cocoa Puffs. It's had to have happened. I know Reese's Pieces was. We might dive down just a block and save a little damage here. If our opponent bolts this, it's another bolt that's not going at our face. Lightning Axe. Discarding Scalding Tarn. Okay. Well, now we just need something that blocks a Phoenix or another Trickster to change the combat math. Unfortunately, that doesn't do it, and we're dead. Oh, man. So that's the first 2 mana I've lost with this deck. Okay, I'm going to make some edits here, because there's some things I feel like need to change. The main one being, I want some surgical extractions in this sideboard over relics. I want to cut... Yeah, I think Jin is bad. Like, they're a fast clock, but they come down so late. We want to be doing better things. I think I'm going to replace them with Snapcasters. Because I have them. I'm going to cut a Peak for another Curiosity. Which is just a worse Curious Obsession, but there is no other Curious Obsession pump and draw cards. As far as I know, at least at 1 mana and in blue. We might honestly sideboard Dismember and do another Vapor Snag. I was considering Shoal. I have never been a fan of Ninja of the Deep Hours, and I do respect it, as it is a card that is pretty good. Could put in a Boggle. There's an idea. I'm not shelling out for Aether Vials right now. But putting one down and leaving it on one's hilarious. Snap may not be worth it. Spreading Seas is a 4 of in the sideboard, and the one test match I played versus Tron completely destroyed them. Because it's not good in every matchup. Snap, and to a lesser extent, Merfolk Trickster are both non-evasive dorks. I actually, I really didn't like Merfolk Trickster, but Merfolk Trickster has been doing some kind of broken things in this deck. Like, the tap-down effect is much stronger than I thought it would be. It also kills Goyf. Oh, that's true, it does. I'm going to cut this Dismember. Pirate Jace is a 1-of. Invisible Stalk. Oh, gosh. Yes, it does. Welcome back, my old enemy. If we're doing that, I'm loading up on Curiosity. Spellstutter Sprite, definitely in a wizard build. If we're doing Wizard Retort, mono blue wizards. Actually, Spellstutter Sprite might be good enough. It is. I'm going to cut a Trickster and a Mana Leak, and we're going to test 2 Spell Stutters. And we're going to try and play the deck like this. So one sec, let me export this for anybody who's watching with Stream Decker. Okay, deck list should be updated now. Let's close out of these other matches real fast. Let me bring up Streamlabs again. All right. So Mono Blue Tempo, version 2. Let's try this out. This is significantly different. This deck is like S tier build difficulty. I can't tell if that's sarcasm or not. So hard to build the list without stuffing it full of jank cards. I agree. That part is definitely true. Whoa, what did I miss? Oh, I get it now. We don't have a curiosity effect. I'm going to mulligan. Alright, this is better. We have lands. We have 1-drop, 2-drop, and a cantrip. Vapor Snag. I'm going to ship. You got something on your mind, Phoenix? Looks like some kind of Death Shadow deck. Okay, he targeted himself with Mishra's Bauble. So he doesn't know what we're up to yet. We're going to start Wanderer. We can go Wanderer into Vintage Playable Peak. Looking for that land. I agree. Alright. Let's get in for 1. Pass the turn. We're not rushing right now. Favorite recent one is probably Vintage Playable Telepathy. Okay, Telepathy is a really fun pet card of mine, and I really, really want to play it in a deck, but I haven't been able to justify it yet. Opponent plays a Death Shadow. Plays second Death Shadow. Should have played Terramander. I think you're right. We're going to peek. They do have Stubborn Denial. They have Gore Clan Rampager. Gotta build that Delirium, yo. Okay, let's opt. Yes, it does become a 13-13. Opt to the bottom, draw an island. Untap. Draw Storm Tamer. Play an island. Play Storm Tamer. Not presently, no. And get in for 1. Used to work with Daryl Ritchie at Home Depot in Tacoma. Nice. Opponent plays a forest. Goes to combat. We are going to Trickster down a Shadow. It's a tapped 13-13. Oh, you know what would be fun? attacking with a 1/1 Death Shadow and then trickstering it down into a 13/13. Better hope he doesn't have Fling. Yeah, that would suck. Alright, there's the Goyf that we wish we could have trickstered. Untap, draw Mana Leak. We'll play an island. Oh, does it only target opponent's creatures? Okay, sad face. Need to read the cards. I know, I'm bad. Sorry, everybody. Attack with Wanderer. Play Terramander. Pass the turn. We're probably going to be dead here. I did sequence incorrectly, as was pointed out earlier. Opponent goes to Tarfire Storm Tamer. I actually think we Mana Leak this. They either have to denial it or they pay for it, at which point they can't Rampager for trample. And we might get Terramander into activation here. I think we gotta do this. Okay, opponent Stubborn Denial. Sure. Opponent traverses. Picks up a red land of some kind, probably a Steam Vents. Or another Blood Crypt. We know his last card in hand is a Ramp. Oh, he gets another Death Shadow. Okay. Opponent attacks for 1,000,000. Swing the Goyf too. That's not a play mistake. Or all of them. Yeah, go for it. Well, I mean, they can replay they can play a Shadow. They need a blocker to stop us from just having lethal. This is 5 to activate. We can activate next turn. We need something. Do we block with Trickster? We do, I believe. Because next turn they can give whatever we block trample. Yeah, we got a block now. Would not mind a Vapor Snag here. Spell Stutter. We can attack for 6, take him to 2, but it looks like we're dead. Okay, we're dead. Okay. I want Spell Pierces and Surgicals versus our opponent's deck. We might actually want Spreading Seas, too. Not sure. Not 100% on this one. Cut, peak, opt. And probably... I think Storm Tamer and a Wanderer. Try like this. We would like to play first. Surgically on Death Shadow is really good if we can get one into the grave, which is kind of a big if. Start Wanderer. Pass the turn. Opponent starts Bloodstained Mire. Cracks Bloodstained Mire. Gets an Overgrown Tomb. Fatal pushes. Sure. I think we play Wanderer. Terramander's a while off of activating. We're going to wait. We're going to hold up Spell Pierce. Which might be playing a little too safely, but we'll see. Opponent plays a Tarmogoyf. Sure. Draw Mausoleum Wanderer. Play Mausoleum Wanderer. Take up the other Wanderer. Play Terramander. Get in for 2. Opponent Inquisitions. They can only take Spell Pierce, so we're going to Spell Pierce and make them think our last card is not a land. Okay, there's a Death Shadow. Opponent gets in for 4. We're not going to block here. Spell Pierce only hits non-creatures. Get in for 3, take him to 9. Play Terramander. Pass the turn. A Spell Snare would be really good there, yeah. But we're not running Spell Snare. When it gets in for 8, no blocks. Go to 8. Want to playtest versus a Fringe deck? Maybe. What Fringe deck? Untap. We draw Invisible Stalker. We'll play Invisible Stalker. That's 7 mana to activate. Get in for 2. Because those guys we want to save as 4 spikes on bodies, basically. Opponent. You're gonna go attacking. If they've got Gore Clan, I think we're just dead. We go to 4. Opponent plays Verdant Catacombs, cracks Verdant Catacombs, and finds Swamp. Three mana. Fire Spout. Well, we have to sack. And I think this means we are 100,000% dead. There's no 1 card here I think we can draw. Merfolk Trickster. We can tap, block, block. Okay. We're not totally out of this then. But if our opponent has any removal, we're done. Well, Goyf has 1 toughness, even without his ability. You have to tap it and block. Oh, welcome, Flora of the Rift. I appreciate that. I see your follow. Thank you for supporting the stream. That means a lot. Opponent gonna traverse. Oh, we might actually be able to win here. Opponent gets a Watery Grave. Shocks and goes to 1. If we survive this turn, they die now. Goes to combat. Trickster. We gotta tap the Shadow. Full price Dismember. Yeah, that does it. Damn. And they get in with 1 Goyf and we die exactly. Sad face. We were really close. Let's see. We would have drawn Spell Stutter Sprite, but it wouldn't have mattered. Okay. All right. I think if we're gonna go on the Spell Stutter Sprite plan, we need to be running like Fairy Miscreants or something. It might be good enough on its own, but I'm not sure. Let's do one more. I just don't want to play against Death Shadow again. I don't remember what the person's name was, so hopefully they've already queued up and gone. Oh, ouch. Fairy Miscreant seems better than Pteramander. I might have edited the deck enough that I'm not running enough instants and sorceries at this point for Pteramander. We'll see. Opponent starts Arid Mesa, cracks Arid Mesa, gets a Blood Crypt. Goblin Guide. It's burn! Dive down on top. We untap. We draw a dive down. We're going to peek this turn. Opponent suspends a Rift Bolt. Goes attacking. We get an island. Take 2. Go to 16. Oh, opponent only has 1 land? Let's get a good idea of what's coming up here. Bolt, Bolt, Skewer, Skullcrack. Alright, Mono Bolt's the hand. So play a land, play Siren Storm Tamer. Pass the turn. Rift Bolt coming down. Targets us. Opponent gonna go attacking. Curiosity on top. Alright, no blocks. Swift Spear for our opponent. Second main. We draw Curiosity. So play an island. Curious Obsession. And get in for 2. We need to start drawing some cards here. Get an island. Play Pteramander. Pass the turn. Opponent gets in, gets in. Do we throw Pteramander under the bus? I know they're holding some bolts. Let's not. Opponent bolts us. We take 7, go to 4. Maybe not blocking was a bad idea. Yeah, that's what we're currently playing, Oz. We opt. Storm Tamer. Well, it chumps. Spell Stutter. Now there's a good card. Particularly in this matchup. So play Storm Tamer. Attack for 2. We're going to draw. Spell Pierce, also good here. As long as our opponent doesn't get another land. And okay, well, now it's going to be a little more complicated. Opponent's going to go attacking. We draw another island. So let's block and block. We're going to dive down to protect Pteramander. Opponent is going to Lightning Bolt Pteramander. So we are going to Spell Stutter Lightning Bolt. And we may have stabilized. Third Lightning Bolt. Oh my goodness. Well, we know their hand is Skullcrack Skewer. And they want to make sure Pteramander dies. Alright. Okay, we draw an island. I think we have to play Curiosity and hope to draw any creature. Because if we block... I know, right? Why are they not pointing at her face? Let's draw some cards. Creature? Creature, please? Well then. Opponent plays a Blackcleave Cliffs. We know they're holding 6 points of burn. Opt on top. Well, let's block. We're going to need the blocker, so we're going to dive down. We go to 2. Opponent skewers. So we mana leak. Whew. Opponent skull cracks. So we Spell Pierce Skullcrack. We're going to need to draw some good cards here. We're really living on the edge. Okay. Start opt. Mausoleum Wanderer seems like a decent blocker, so we'll draw it. Let's get in for 2, draw some cards. How are we drawing so many lands? Opt. Keep dive down. Play a land. Play Wanderer. Pass the turn. Well, if we have to sack Storm Tamer, that's going to be really sad. Opponent plays a third Swift Spear. We're going to 1. Opponent gets in, gets in, gets in. We draw another land! Holy crap! Well, we block, and we block. And I think out of these two, we're going to save the Spell Stutter sprite, because if we draw another sprite that's potentially a good counter spell, Mausoleum Wanderer probably not going to counter anything here. So we're going to 1. We untap. We draw another Storm Tamer. I'll play a land. Get in and try and draw some more cards to get out of this mess. Vapor Snag, Spell Pierce. That might do it. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Goblin Guide. We cannot Vapor Snag, Spell Stutter. If we could survive. If we had one more life, we could Vapor Snag, Spell Stutter, Goblin Guide, block, block. Oh no, we'd still be dead. Damn. We can't draw any more cards. We can Vapor Snag our opponent's creature. We had a Mausoleum Wanderer on top. Well, valiantly fought, but unfortunately we died. Okay. So versus Burn. Kind of want Spreading Seas. I think Deprive is okay. And we're going to go down. And Spell Pierce is probably fine too. What do we go down? I think we're going down some number of Invisible Stalker. Because it's almost good enough. We're going down some number of Terramander. Maybe we don't bring in the Spell Pierces. And then we'll cut a couple of cantrips. I don't think... Yeah, okay. We're going to try it like this. We'll play first. Well, I mean, it's a hand. It's got interaction. We're really going to need that second land if we keep this, though. We're going to keep. Start Mausoleum Wanderer. Pass the turn. Cut some land? We're at 18 land. We can't cut land. Opponent's passing. We draw a dive down, so we opt. Draw land. There it is. Play the land. Play Mausoleum Wanderer. Opponent bolts Wanderer. Sure. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Grim Lavamancer. We untap. We draw a land. So play a land. Vapor Snag Lavamancer. Attack 1. That is results-oriented thinking, and if there's one thing I know, you can't do that in Magic. Or results-driven, I guess. Need to bolt that creature now, or it might counter a Lava Spike later. Oh, yeah. You know, logic. They could have bolted us, and then maybe we'd have thought about it, you know? Oh, yeah, I should have leaked that. I think we... Yeah, we're going to leak the Goblin Guide now that I didn't leak the Grim Lavamancer. Which feels a little bad, but... We draw an island. Play an island. And get in for 1. Go to 15. Or take our opponent to 15, I mean. Your verses were? That sounds like fun. We're going to dive down this. Yeah, you're right, Raylan. I really should have done that, and I did not. Oh, that would have been 2, I think. Well, we didn't come here to not attack, so we're attacking. Maybe we should cut down from 25. Opponent finally figures out where the burn spells go. It's like Sovereign's Bite or something. Maybe we should cut down from 25 lands. I think Raylan's joking. We're drawing lands like we have 25 lands. Opponent, Collective Brutality. Try mode. Well, we dive down. We're going to take 2 damage out of that. Interesting tech. And interesting that you discarded Eidolon versus the deck that runs only 1 CMC spells. Alright, Curiosity. Dig me out of this mess, please. Okay, Deprive. Opponent's going to get to Grim Lavamancer this, which really, really sucks. We deprive that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spells in the grave. All right, Pteramander it is. Full power. Pass the turn. Opponent would have to Bolt and Lavamancer this. And I'm not going to put it above them to do it either. Second Grim Lavamancer. Suspend Rift Bolt. We draw Curious Obsession. Opponent would have to blow everything they have on Suspend to kill this. Which means that's like 7 damage that wouldn't be going at our face. Spell Stutter Sprite. There's what I'm talking about. Play an island, pass the turn. I like Deprive. Never knew about that one. Not too familiar with counters. Well, I mean, in the right scenario, it is basically a counterspell. Like, straight up counterspell. So opponent is exiling all of their resources to kill a Pteramander. Which, unfortunately, we can't do anything about. Plays a Blood Crypt. Play... I'm going to hold that island. And Mana Drain isn't even playable. We're just gonna take the 1. I'm not trading off Spell Stutter for this. I am gonna flash it in to counter that though. Alright, we go to 10. Opponent has a Lavamancer activation. We draw Curiosity, which unfortunately is not going to do anything here. You know, if our opponent had just bolted our face the entire time, we might actually be dead. Play Storm Tamer. Play Curiosity. If our opponent had just cast Eidolon, we would have died. Absolutely. Yeah, you needed to Grim Lavamancer that in response. Because now I just need to draw like anything, and if you top deck a land, we're good to go. Ooh, there we go. Now we can protect the Curiosity again. Opponent has definitely let us have some outs. Opponent Skull cracks us. Well, we'll take it. Attacks, attacks. We're going to take the 1. And get in for 1. Really? I mean, we are really deep in our deck, but that sucks. They shoot us. We have to counter it. And we're dead to any burn spell. Well, we're probably dead to that too. I don't think they're... Yeah, okay. Well then. Oh, we lost to a burn opponent that was burning all the wrong targets.